I drove 6 hours to personally hand my dad Lakers finals tickets at dinner. He didn't even say thanks. I drove 6 hours with Lakers finals tickets in my glove box, the exact seats my dad used to dream about, and when I handed them to him over dinner, he looked down, nodded, and kept eating. Not even a thank you. Just cool. What time's the game? I stared at him for a second, waiting for something more. A smile. A laugh. You're kidding me, right? Nothing. He reached for the ketchup instead. This was supposed to be the moment. The one I'd planned for months. You have to understand, my dad's been a Lakers fan since before I was born. I've got childhood memories of him yelling at the TV like he was part of the coaching staff. He named our family dog Kobe. When I was 12, I got grounded for trying to sneak into Staples Center with a fake press pass I made in Microsoft Word. We bonded over the Lakers more than anything else. He was never super affectionate. He never really said I love you or hugged me just because. But after every game, he'd text. Sometimes just a told you. Sometimes a 3-word rant. But it was something. That was our language. So when the Lakers made the finals this year and I happened to land 2 legit tickets through a client at work, I knew instantly what I wanted to do. I didn't mail them. I didn't text a picture. I drove. 6 hours. Left work early, crashed on my friend's couch in my hometown just to surprise him in person. I even made up an excuse to take him out for dinner. Just us, I said. Like old times. I waited until the check came. Slid the envelope across the table with a grin. He opened it, looked at the tickets for maybe 2 seconds, then folded them back up and set them next to his water glass. Cool. What time's the game? And that was it. No smile. No, are you serious? No holy SHT, son. Asterisk. Just a bite of steak and a refill on iced tea. I laughed, thinking maybe he was messing with me. But he just said, don't look at me like that. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Tickets that sell for 4 figures, center court, finals. Something he said he'd give his left foot for back when I was in high school. I tried not to let it show, but I could feel my chest tighten. The waitress came by, asked if we were celebrating something. I opened my mouth to say yeah, something huge, but he just said, nah, just dinner. And for the rest of the meal, we didn't talk about it again. I sat in the car afterward, parked in front of his house, watching the porch light buzz and wondering, if I didn't hand him those tickets, would he have even noticed I came at all? We didn't talk much in the days leading up to the game. I stayed with my buddy Matt for a few more nights, half hoping Dad would call or text and say something like, hey, can't believe you pulled that off. That was huge. But my phone stayed quiet. On game day, I drove to his house to pick him up. He came out wearing a plain polo, jeans, and some faded sneakers. No Lakers jersey. No hat. Not even team colors. I tried to keep it light. Not gonna wear anything purple and gold? He shrugged. Don't need to dress up to watch people play ball. That should have been a red flag. But I let it go. We drove in silence for most of the trip. 2 hours of highway. 2 hours of me glancing over, waiting for him to bring it up, the seats, the experience, the fact that we were going to a freaking NBA Finals game. He didn't. We parked, walked through the security lines, got to our section. When we found our seats, 10th row, right behind the bench, he finally said something. Damn. These are good. It wasn't excitement. More like surprise. Like he didn't expect me to pull this off. Like he thought maybe I was exaggerating when I said they were close. I smiled, clinging to that tiny flicker of acknowledgement. Told you. The game started. The arena lit up. Celebs courtside, camera flashes, chants shaking the rafters. It was electric. And for a while, it felt good. We both stood for the tip-off. We both cursed a bad foul. We both high-fived when the Lakers drained back-to-back threes. But somewhere in the third quarter, I looked over and caught him checking his watch. Just once. But enough to make my stomach drop. Then came the kicker. Late in the fourth, with the game tied and the energy insane, he leaned over and said, think we'll beat the traffic if we leave now? I didn't answer at first. Just stared straight ahead. He nudged me again. Come on. It's already 9:30. You know how LA gets. I turned to him. We're in the final minutes of the NBA Finals, I said. Can we just stay? He looked annoyed. I've seen games before. It's not life or death. But it was something close to that for me. Not the game. Him. Seeing him smile. Be proud. Be present. We stayed. Mostly because I didn't move. But I didn't cheer anymore. I didn't even flinch when the Lakers won with a buzzer-beater 3. When the crowd erupted, he clapped twice. Then said, all right, Let's beat the rush. On the drive back, he turned on talk radio. Didn't mention the game once. Not the seats. Not the moment. Not even the win. And as I dropped him off and watched him walk back to his porch without even turning around to wave, I thought, he saw a basketball game. I saw 7 years of trying to impress someone who never learned how to say, "I'm proud of you." But what happened the next morning? That was the real surprise. I didn't sleep much that night. I kept replaying the whole thing in my head, the silence on the drive, the half-hearted claps, the complete absence of emotion. I'd given him something people would kill for, and he treated it like a rerun of a Tuesday night game. Around 7 a.m., my phone buzzed. It was a number I didn't recognize. I let it go to voicemail. Then it buzzed again, same number. This time I picked up. "Hey, is this Chris?" "Yeah, who's this?" "This is Al. I work with your dad. We've met a couple times at the company picnic." "Oh, yeah. What's going on?" He cleared his throat. "So, your dad brought the ticket stub into the office this morning." That made me sit up. "Really?" "Yeah, he's been showing people all morning. Said it was the best seats he ever had. Said, quote, my kid drove 6 hours just to put this in my hand. Said I didn't even have to lift a finger. I just sat there." Al kept talking. He told the receptionist, "That boy made me feel like a VIP. Swear to God, he's been walking around smiling all morning." I almost didn't know what to say. "Thanks for calling," I finally managed. "No problem," Al said. "Just figured you should know. Doesn't always show it, but the old man brags about you more than you think." We hung up, and I sat on the edge of my friend's couch in that weird mix of relief and confusion. He was proud. He just didn't know how to say it to me. Only to other people. Later that day, I got a text from my dad. "Thanks again for the tickets." That was wild. That's it. No heart. No love you. Just 9 words. But I stared at that text like it was some sacred relic. Because for him, that was a big deal. And I realized something that messed with me a little. Some people show love in volume. Others whisper it in the back row and hope you're still listening. I don't know if we'll ever be the kind of father and son who hug at airports or say, "I'm proud of you," out loud. But I do know this. When the Lakers play next season, I'll get a text from him. Probably 1 word. Maybe just a score. But I'll text back. Because love isn't always loud. Sometimes it just takes the shape of a ticket stub in a jacket pocket, held onto tighter than you realized. Update. You know, we often picture big moments a certain way: tears, hugs, a heartfelt thank you. Especially when it comes to our parents. But sometimes, instead of an emotional reaction, all you get is silence. 6 hours on the road, all the planning, the build-up, and then just, "What time's the game?" At first, it stings. Feels like rejection. But over time, you start to realize, not everyone shows love the same way. Some dads don't say thank you out loud. They just make sure your tires are aired up before you leave. They stock the fridge with your favorite drink. They watch the game again just because you want to. It's not always about the words. Sometimes, love is quiet. Subtle. Even awkward. But if you look closely, it's been there all along.